Okay, let's take a look at an example of a codominant problem. So in cows, big R is going to code for red, and big W is going to code for white. And those are going to be codominant, and you can see that they are both listed as uppercase, because neither one is recessive. And if I have a heterozygous, a combination of both of them, RW or WR, doesn't really matter here, that is called roan. That is kind of a mix of them, but it's not red and it's not white, it's kind of both. So let's show a cross between a white cow and a red cow. Big W with big R. So I set that up on my Punnett square. It doesn't really matter which one's on top or which one's on the side. I'm just arbitrarily putting R first. So my genotype count, all of them are going to be big R, big W. 4 out of 4 of them are going to be roan. So this means that in the cross of red and white, all of their offspring will be that roan color there. Now let's try to cross between two roan cows. So that's RW and RW. Set them up here. Doesn't really matter which one's on top, but these are my combinations. I go through this and do my genotype count. A quarter of them are going to be big R. A quarter of them are going to be big W, and then fully half of them are going to be RW. So this is going to correspond to a quarter of them are going to be red, a quarter will be white, and half of them will be that roan colored. Okay, let's try some codominance practice, this time with blood crosses. As you can see, I have the phenotype and genotype table that will be very helpful for you. So let's show a cross between someone who's heterozygous for type A blood. And if it's type A, it could be AA or AO. Heterozygous means that it would be AO. So I'm going to cross someone whose genotype is AO with someone who's type O. Now there's only one possible genotype for blood type O, and that's OO. So I set that up here, AO crossed with OO, and I'm going to fill that one out here and do my genotype counts. Half of them will be AO, and half of them will be OO. This means that half of them will have type A blood, and half of them will have type O. So in this parental cross, half their kids will be type A, half their kids will be type O. Let's try someone who's type O blood and someone who's type A blood. And in this one here, I didn't really specify which one. I'm going to show one of my two possibilities here. I'm going to show AA or AO. In this case right here, I'm going to do it with AA, which you actually saw, or which is different than what you saw. So set this up here. My genotype count for them, 4 out of 4 are going to be AO. This means all of the children will be blood type A. If I was to try this with the other blood type that was possible, that would be AO. That's going to be pretty much the exact same thing that you saw above. So in either case here, you're going to get half to 100% of the kids with blood type A, and 1/2 to 0% with blood type O, depending upon which genotype the parents have. All right, so a child with type A blood so is it possible for a child to be born with type A blood whose parents were type B and AB? Now with type B, we've got two possibilities, BB or BO. AB, of course, is going to be AB. So my two possibilities here, BB and AB, or BO and AB. Now I'm going to set these up here, and I'm going to do the genotype and phenotype counts as you saw before. This is what I'm going to get for that one. Here, if I set this one up, I'm going to get different counts there. And this first cross here, half of them will be blood type AB, and half of them will be blood genotype BB. So this means half are AB, half are B. Remember, that is the phenotype. Okay, this one right here, when I do my genotype and phenotype counts, a quarter will be AB, a quarter will be genotype AO, a quarter will be BB, and a quarter will be BO. Forgot to write the O there. So this means the phenotype, a quarter of them are going to be type AB, a quarter will be type A, and both of these here, you could actually say, both of these would turn out to be the exact same phenotype. Their blood type would be the same. So this means that half of them would be blood type B. So going back to our original question, could you have a child with type A blood? Not in this case, but in this case you could. Right here, I would get a quarter of them having blood type A, so it is actually possible.